On November 22nd, 2008, an authoritative national Islamic body in Malaysia issued a decree, or as they call it, a fatwa, banning Muslims in Malaysia from practicing yoga. A week later, a higher council revoked this decree. The rightness or wrongness of this decree does not concern me. To me, this is purely an Islamic affair. As long as it affects only Muslims and does not impinge on the freedoms of non-Muslims, particularly in Malaysia, the council can come up with whatever fatwas they see fit. What interests me more on this issue was the international coverage that this piece of news got and the responses to them. This news even made the CNN World News headlines. The subsequent rebuttals this news received from some yoga experts in Malaysia and from other parts of the world claiming that yoga was just an exercise, that it has nothing to do with spirituality, is a misconception that I would like to address in this presentation. Every exercise system has a goal. If I want to build muscles, I will pump iron. If I want to build stamina, I can jog or get on a treadmill. If I want to stimulate spiritual awareness through exercise, then I will do Hatha Yoga. One may take religion out of yoga, but not its inherent spirituality. Yoga is part of Hindu religious tradition and teachings. However, yoga itself is a universal practice that is not the monopoly of Hinduism or any other religion. This is why Hindu gurus have never restricted the teaching or practice of yoga exclusively to Hindus. You will never hear a Hindu guru claim that a student has to be Hindu to learn and practice yoga, or that yoga will only work if the yogi is a Hindu. This universality of yoga comes from the spiritual philosophies behind it. The word yoga means union. This union refers to the oneness of consciousness that is achieved when a yogi's awareness merges with God. Yoga is a method through which this oneness is achieved. The word yoga is an abbreviation of the path to enlightenment known as Ashtanga Yoga. Ashtanga Yoga consists of 8 steps that take an aspirant of yoga from the basics to achieving enlightenment or oneness with God. Of these 8 steps, yoga exercises are the 3rd step, which is asana. More specifically, yoga exercises are called Hatha Yoga. When the word yoga is used by Hindu gurus, they are generally referring to this entire system of Ashtanga Yoga. When they want to specify yoga exercises, they will refer to it as Hatha Yoga. In mainstream usage, yoga usually refers to the exercises. Coming back to the spirituality of yoga, even if a yogi practices only Hatha Yoga and not the entirety of Ashtanga Yoga, one cannot divorce Hatha Yoga from spirituality and equate it to just exercise, like jogging or doing jumping jacks or sit-ups. This is because Hatha Yoga postures were designed by spiritual masters primarily to enhance the spirituality of the individual and only secondarily physical fitness and muscle toning. This is where the philosophy behind exercise systems become important. The main philosophies behind yoga exercises are that divinity is present within everyone and that experiencing oneness with the divine is a cardinal goal of life. That divinity, the soul, and the body are intimately connected, and holding the body in certain postures can enhance or block awareness of one's innate spirituality. All our actions have consequences, and these consequences are stored as karma. Such karmas are stored as seed potentials depending on their quality in different organs or parts of the body. Holding the body in certain postures has the ability to dissolve some of these karmas or lessen their intensity before they manifest in physical form. Thus, for yogis who are actively seeking God realization, Hatha Yoga is primarily a means of stimulating spiritual awareness as a preparation for meditation and also a tool for relieving negative karmic burdens, while being a secondary tool to stay fit and physically healthy. For those who are doing Hatha Yoga just as an exercise, they too will get the benefits of stimulation of spiritual awareness and relief from negative karmic burdens, though they may not recognize these as such and instead call it wellness or being at peace with oneself or just feeling stress-free. One does not have to believe in the theories behind yoga for it to be effective. Just like one does not have to understand why medicine works to cure an ailment, yoga is an universal practice that doesn't discriminate one's beliefs for it to be effective. Thus, anyone may take yoga out of its Hindu or Indian heritage. Power yoga, yoga lattes, hot yoga, etc. are all modern innovations based on yoga exercises that are different from classical Hatha Yoga. But one can never separate yoga from the spirituality that is inherently built into the postures. Yoga exercise is first and foremost a spiritual exercise. No matter whether one accepts this fact or not, does not erase the basic spiritual benefits as well as the physical well-being one gets out of practicing Hatha Yoga.